Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank you all for coming. Now we will start the KGAP Plus Batch 7 Bavaria Challenge, the first Bavaria Challenge hosted by ATL. I'm Makiko Tatsumi from the Business Development Office of ATL and also KGAP Plus Program Manager. KGAP Plus is a startup support program for promising startups from Japan and abroad. Startups pursue collaboration with Japanese large enterprises as well as overseas expansion. From 2 or 3 weeks ago, we are hosting 6 selection pitch webinars where startups will challenge to participate in the upcoming the Batch 7, the 3-month program. Today's Bavaria Challenge is a stage for startups from Bavaria, Germany. Yeah, this webinar is co-hosted by our partner, State of Bavaria in Japan, and Invest in Bavaria in Germany. And also JETRO supported us as always. Thank you very much for your great support. Yeah, yes, let's get started. Yeah, first, I'd like to welcome Mr. Dr. Christian Geltinger. He is a chief representative, state of Bavaria in Japan. Thankfully, we will receive greetings from him. Yeah, Christian, please.
Thank you very much, Makiko, as always. Yeah, hello and grüß Gott to everyone in my 2 homes, I have to say, Japan and Bavaria. It's really a pleasure to have made this possible with a joint effort. As you just outlined, Makiko, some few partners came together and now we are here today for the first Bavarian Challenge. And since it is called the Bavarian Challenge, I took the liberty to prepare a few slides for mainly our Japanese audience about Bavaria, or as we say in Germany and also in Japanese, actually Bayern. And first of all, about maybe our office, because you may wonder why the state of Bavaria has an office here in Tokyo in Japan. Actually, since quite a long time, since 1988, it was our very first overseas office. So our globalization as a state started in the late 80s, when Japan, and is still today, was a leading industrial nation. And we thought it's just about time to be present, just like companies open their offices worldwide, we did as a state. So nowadays, in 2021, we are about 28 colleagues worldwide in about 24 countries. So we've grown our footprint, our global footprint has grown. Our location currently, for those of you who have been to Tokyo, you should have not missed the Eiffel Tower looking like Tokyo Tower, a little bit taller actually than the one in Paris. We are in the Mori Hollander Hills or Holland Hills building right next to it. So whenever you come to Tokyo, and fortunately since March 1st, it is possible again as a business traveler to come to Tokyo, even without quarantine if you're boosted. So we would be very happy to have you on our office and our rooftop terrace. As you can see, our headquarters, so to speak, is the Bavarian Ministry for Economic Affairs in Munich. And attached to that is Invest in Bavaria, and my colleague Katinka will give her keynote after the greetings as well. So what are we doing? We support Japanese companies on the way to Europe, on the way to Germany, on their way to Bavaria. That's where we want them to have in the end. And we feel it's the right location for them. Why do we feel so? Naturally, we call ourselves like a driving force. The figures speak for themselves, that Bavaria is in fact one of the manufacturing hubs of Europe, and especially the European market, especially the EU market, I have to say. So you may want to remember all these numbers. Basically about 30 million people overall. It's quite a growing population. Capital city is city of München or Munich, about 1.5 million, so rather small compared to the metropoles here in Japan. But nevertheless, we would be the 6th largest economy in Europe as a single country. So that's quite impressive. Why that is, I think Katinka will give you some more insights of what makes up the Bavarian economy. but we are very proud to have now companies and startup companies from the areas where we already very strong, and that is no surprise that they're also among the Bavarian Challenge companies. So you see here on the top list, and as among the most known brands, of course, the automotive, or let's say mobility, that is a driving force in not only manufacturing at home, but also in exports and manufacturing abroad. And then electronic goods, that's a wide area, and machinery equipment, including robotics. That's another very hot issue in Germany and especially in Bavaria. And chemical products, down to rockets, to space rockets, to satellites, even boats are built in Bavaria, motorboats, yachts. So there's basically nothing that we cannot actually do and are not doing. And we're really pleased that we always had a focus on the next generation of companies, I will call them. The new leading ones are the stars of today and tomorrow. And I just depicted a few because there's a lot more, quite a lot more. Some of the unicorn companies, so-called ones. The two companies that we already had hosted in the KGAP Plus program, Batch 5 and 6, Progolov and Kinexon, respectively, also from Munich. And today's and the future Bavarian challenges, I think this is the first one, but not the last one, is quite a distinctive group. I think I'm very happy that you all made time for today to pitch your company and present to the KGAP Plus network, which I feel is an excellent step into the Japanese market. And I wish you all the best for today's pitch event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Christian. I'm very excited to host the first Bavaria Challenge with you. Yeah, thank you very much. So next, I will introduce our program, KGAP Plus. Yeah. Yes, KGAP Plus stands for Kehana Global Acceleration Program Plus. We provide hands-on support for startups to secure POC and pilot test partners. There are two features to emphasize. First, we help startups find partners with startup needs oriented. Second, the startups participate in the program through our global partners like Christian and Katinka. Yeah, second, the startups participate in the program through our global, it's a 3-month program and currently conducted online. Yeah, criteria are very simple. The startup should have a POC level product or service, and they should have a strong motivation to expand a business into Japan. That's all. And any sector is fine. So in batch 1 to 6, 79 startups participated, and 80% of them succeeded in finding partners toward POC, and some of them are able to conduct collaborative joint POC with them. Yeah, let's look at the detail. The first background. Yes, KGAP Plus was launched by ATL 3 years ago in Keihana Science City, one of the 2 science cities in Japan. ATL is a core institute of the Science City, and we are boosting the global innovation ecosystem here. The region is selected by the Japanese Cabinet Office as a global science startup city. Yeah, our program and our initiative are powered by the Global Collaboration Network. Yes, we signed an MOU with the key innovation organizations in the Barcelona, Israel, India, and Canada, and New York in the US. And maybe next to Bavaria, in total, we have the relationship with 649 organizations or persons. It's a big number, isn't it? Yeah. As for KGAP Plus, we have been working with the cohort partner, National Research Council Canada, and JETRO in Japan, and Barcelona Activa in Barcelona, and Israel Innovation Authority, and for India, NASCOM and the CII, and for New York, Entrepreneurs Roundtable Accelerator, the leading accelerator in the New York City. And then last year, yes, we had the new partners from Bavaria, state of Bavaria in Japan, and also for Europe, Innovation RCA in London, and Business Finland, it's Embassy of Finland in Japan, Embassy of Spain, and also the for Canada, Quebec office in Japan, Alberta office in Japan, and from this batch, more. Yes, Axio in Spain, and the consulate of Switzerland in Osaka, and for Canada, Embassy of Canada, and Ontario office joined. Yeah, it's growing. Yeah, and for startups, as I said, 79 startups from 10 countries joined. And as Christian said, Bavaria, we had two very strong and promising startups so far, ProGrow and Kinix. And today we have 4, and we will select some from them. Yeah, sectors. Yeah, the KGAP is very diverse in the countries, but not only countries. We have the 15 sectors. Yeah, like healthcare, medical, manufacturing, and security. Yeah, very diverse in the sectors also. And what's outcomes? 80% of 79 startups succeeded in finding partners. So these are the samples. Some of the Japanese companies don't like to disclose their names, so actually more. Yeah, and another outcome. So I want to emphasize, because unfortunately, some of the startups cannot find partners, no matching, but still we are trying to get the feedback, market feedback. That is very important for the startups, and to keep going. Yes, so see the less matchings, but we have more insight. That is our program in the future. Yes, the startups satisfied our program very much. And now it's a time to launch Batch7. Yeah, today we have a Bavaria challenge, and as I said, we are hosting the regional local challenge, and we will kick off the 3 months program on the May 10th, and August it's a demo day, and don't miss it. And we will select some of the startups, and we will help them to expand their business the overseas beyond Keihan, beyond Japan. Yeah, management team will come from ATR, and the Keihan Science City Institute will helping us as coordinators. And the mentors from the industries and the VCs and the local government office and the JETRO, and many organizations supported our program. Yeah, thank you very much. We are boosting the startup ecosystem here in Keihan. Please keep watching our activities. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Yes. All right. So next, yes, today it's a good time for us to learn the Bavaria ecosystem in detail. So the Miss Katinka Appendal, she is a manager investor service from Invest in Bavaria. Will present the Bavaria ecosystem and their initiative to support startups. Katinka, thank you very much for joining. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm Katinka, and I will tell you a bit more about the startup ecosystem in Bavaria. I will show my screen. So yeah, Christian already told you a few things about Bavaria as a whole, and I will dive a bit deeper into the startup ecosystem in Bavaria. So maybe let's start with some numbers first. As you can see here, every 1.5 days, a new startup is founded in Bavaria. And Bavaria is actually the fastest state to finalize the entry into the commercial registers for register for companies getting started here. 68 of all new startups do receive funding in Bavaria, and Bavaria is especially strong in the mobility and industrial sector, as Christian also mentioned before already. So here are also a few numbers on the Munich startup ecosystem. Of course, Munich is a very vibrant hub, but there are also more cities and places in Bavaria. So as you can see here, we have a large number of corporates and can actually say that Bavaria is strongly focused on B2B, on the B2B sector, compared to Berlin that might be a bit more focused on B2C. We also have a very vibrant VC scene here in Munich and in Bavaria with several funding rounds and exits in the past 10 years. As you will see later, we have several accelerators that can support startups here on the ground and help them with introductions to corporates and potential partners. Here we have some of our most successful startups, and in Bavaria we even have Germany's first decacorn, which is Celonis, which happened in the last year. So we have very highly valuated startups in Munich and in Bavaria. And as I said before, the funding scene here in Bavaria is also very strong, especially in the AI sector. So on average, the funding in Munich was almost 3 times as much as in Berlin in the year 2020, and 22.3% of all German AI startups are based in Munich. Maybe a bit more details about what's going on in the smart city sector. So just last year we had the opening of the Munich Urban Collab, which is an innovation hub and a center for startups and companies to work together to innovate together. They have a maker space there. And it's a very, very vibrant ecosystem that is happening there. This is a project that was built between Unternehmertum, which is one of Europe's largest entrepreneurship centers, and the city of Munich. So altogether, why is Bavaria so strong for startups? Why is it a great location? We have many international leading tech companies that have settled here in Munich. So for example, Apple, that just last year announced its expansion to Munich with its European Design Center, where they will be focusing on 5G and future wireless technologies. We have IBM here, we have Google, Microsoft, Intel, and many more leading tech companies. Google will also be adding several employees to its location here in Munich. We also have a strong background in terms of universities. So leading universities here on the ground, for example, TUM, the Technical University of Munich, which you might have heard of. And coming from that, then of course, the research and development ecosystem here in Munich or in Bavaria, where we have the Fraunhofer, the Helmholtz Institute, and other leading R&D institutes here. As I mentioned before, successful startups and even our Decacorn Celonis. So the TUM and University of Applied Sciences are actually in the top 2 of the universities supporting innovation within Germany. So you definitely have a great talent pool here in Bavaria from where you can pull talent for your companies. But not only in Munich, also, as I said before, across Bavaria, for example, in Bayreuth or in Regensburg, we have great universities and talent pools. I already mentioned the Fraunhofer. The Fraunhofer Venture Collab is actually the technology solution provider for startups, for founders. So startups can come to Fraunhofer and collaborate with them, work on their product with Fraunhofer, and cooperate with Fraunhofer if their product fits their what they are looking for and currently working on. The Digital Hub Initiative is actually a federal initiative. So this initiative is there to support digitalization in Germany, and in Bavaria we have 3 of the 12, altogether 12 digital hubs. These 3 hubs in Bavaria are the Mobility Hub in Munich, which is a project from Unternehmertum as well, and other partners here, as you can see on the slide. So here the focus is definitely on mobility, on digital mobility especially. They work with corporates and startups together to make digitalization possible. For startups, it's interesting to get in touch with them and maybe connect to possible partners and also get information on events that are happening. Another digital hub is the InsurTech Hub in Munich, so focused on insurance and the financial sector. The InsurTech Hub is very, very well connected with insurers here in the region, but also international companies, and are also very much cross-industry focused. So, so startups coming from different verticals can participate in their programs that they have throughout the year with different focus areas. Yeah, that's the InsurTech Hub. And then last but not least, we have the Digital Health Hub, which is located in Nuremberg and Erlangen. So here, especially Medical Valley is an important partner for companies in the health space. So Medical Valley can help with questions concerning the CE certification or how to get in touch with partners for clinical trials and much more. Yeah, Bavaria has several startup incubation hubs and we have 28 locations all over Bavaria. These incubation hubs are often supported by the Bavarian Ministry of Economic Affairs. and they will offer you access to regional networks, exchange with corporate partners. And in addition to that, usually they offer coaching programs so that startups will be able to adapt their product to the market here in Bavaria. In Munich, we have the Werk 1, which is basically the blueprint for these incubation hubs, and is also a great location for international startups. The digital incubator hubs have different focus areas. Here you can see one overview of them, and so meaning that they will be able to reach out to certain companies from certain industries and connect or support startups in connecting with the ecosystem and with potential partners on the ground. Then, as I mentioned before, we will have a quick look at the accelerator programs that we have here in Bavaria. So thanks to the universities and the young talent we have here, we of course have many startups, and coming from that also several acceleration and incubator programs. You can see a selection here. Altogether in Munich alone, we have around 30 accelerators, and these accelerators can often help startups get in touch with leading companies, for example, BMW, Volkswagen, Siemens, and also Telefonica and ProSieben Sat.1. Here are a few leading venture capital companies that you can see on this slide. So even though we thought that thanks to the Corona crisis, the funding will go down, we actually found that the funding rounds in 2020 went up compared to 2019. And especially in the health, mobility, and the software and analytics area, Munich and Bavaria are specifically strong. Coming from the investor side, so By Startup is a great network also for international companies, as they are the startup and investors network here in Bavaria and are connected with European investors, and also the local investors here. They offer financial coaching for startups that you can apply for, and will also help you to adapt your product to the market here in Bavaria. Some of the success stories that they have worked with, so the startups here, Egypt, Flixbus is one of the unicorns. They have also supported these startups. And then maybe a quick overview of some events that might be interesting for international startups coming, or for startups in Bavaria and in Munich. Of course, Bits and Pretzels, which will take place again this year in September during the time of the Oktoberfest, which is always a great networking event with many participants here on the ground and top level speakers, like, for example, President Obama. A few years ago. Then the Munich Tech Days, we have By Startup, who I just mentioned before, also organizes different events throughout the year. They have their startup demo night, for example, where Bavarian startups can present their product to a large audience. And then coming up in June, we have the Automatica, and usually in November, Productronica. So here, startups can get in touch with SMEs especially, and these two trade fairs also have specific programs for startups to present here during the trade fair. And maybe a few last words to Invest in Bavaria, what we do. So in general, as Christian already said, we help international startups to come to Bavaria to get started here on the market. We do this also with our startup package Always Easy, So this OS Easy package is for startups up to a maximum age of 5 years that already have connections here in Bavaria and now think that it might be a good place to set up a company. For startups like this, we can offer our program, which will give you 3 months of free co-working space and access to the ecosystem here, to the industry, business plan coaching with by startup who I mentioned before. And of course, we will support you along the process of market entry and setting up your company. Just one last slide with a few success stories we had with our program. So startups coming from all over the world have been successful with this program. Yeah, so that's from me. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Yeah, otherwise, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Katinka. I'm very impressed because what's the mature tech ecosystem. So your ecosystem has the necessary components, all of the necessary components. I mean, the giant, the enterprises in the academia, in the startups, in the incubator, in the VC. Wonderful. Yeah, that's why the Bavaria startups are very strong. Okay, let's move on the Bavaria startup pitch. The first startup is Build 38. Yeah. Yes, Mark. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So there we go. So thank you very much for inviting us to participate here. My name is Mark and I'm one of the co-founders of Build 38. I'm not actually sitting in Bavaria, although our headquarters are in Munich, but we were actually born international. We were born with headquarters in Munich, but with offices in Barcelona and in Singapore. And what we do is we protect mobile applications, okay? And why do we focus in protecting mobile apps? Well, actually, it's not only about mobile banking anymore. That might be the case 5, 6, 7 years ago, but now companies from all industries, from all market segments get hacked through their mobile channels. Users every day are using more and more the mobile channel. It actually surpassed the web channel already to interacting with businesses. So I want to give you a few examples on when and how are companies hacked. So for example, Grab, super app in Southeast Asia, got hacked through their mobile app. It's a ride-hailing application, and users were using fake locations to actually create fake rides for earning money without actually doing any of the rides. So that would be an example where identity and impersonation were used to get access or to hack the application. Something that might sound familiar to a lot of the audiences is 7-Eleven in Japan reported millions in losses when they tried to deploy their own closed-loop payment system a few years ago. That hit the news. They tried to deploy their closed payment system, and they had to take it down because they were losing so much money over it because it was not properly secured. And a bit more recently, Tesla was hacked as well. Or basically using an exploit in Android, users were able to remotely, or hackers were able to remotely connect to the users' cars without having permissions. So as you can see, this is not only about mobile and also about banking anymore. It's in many use cases, many sectors, mobile security is super important. So how do we help businesses in securing their mobile applications? Our product, we call it a Trusted Application Kit, is an SDK for Android and iOS that we deliver to mobile developers, and they integrate it into their applications. Okay, and when the end user downloads the application, this SDK is contained in it and starts protecting. It creates a shield around the application so that it will be prevented against attacks. So it's basically our product is about creating a safe environment for the applications to run on. But we don't stop here. It's not only about protecting and preventing the attacks and the hacks. It's also about providing visibility about them, because there's just one thing worse than being hacked, which is being hacked and not being aware of it. So we provide our SDK is accompanied with a backend component, which collects and aggregates and visibilizes all this information. So it's not only about preventing the attack, it's also about making it visible to the app maintainer and the app developer so that they know what's happening to their users on the field, and allowing them to take action if something bad happens. In terms of market share, we are quite strong in Europe and in Asia, especially in the financial services and payments industries, and as well as in the identity space. This is picking up in Europe with the eIDAS digital identity standards. And we have been backed by international VCs. So GT Ventures helped us in our seed round. And 1.5 years ago, we raised a pre-series A from eCapital Entrepreneurial Partners and Cash Capital Risk from Spain. So if you are developing a business critical mobile application and you need to deploy it fast and securely, we want to be your partner. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark. Yeah, great presentation. Yeah, for our audience, yeah, please send your question to the Q&A box, and I got it. So, Mark, I think there are many competitors in this field. What makes your technology superior? What will be solved by that strong point? Can you answer it?
Yes, definitely. So one of the things I already mentioned is the fact that we have this backend component that allows our customers to have visibility and take action when something bad happens. Most of our competitors just have a component which runs in-app. So this means that there's no visibility, no possibility to react. And also, I would say the other strong point that we have is that we are the most developer-friendly solution out there. Because most of our customers that have tried our competitors say that integrating our competitor solution is a pain, and that instead integrating ours is hassle-free and super fast.
Great. You have one more question, but please send the answer in the text, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the second company is Twice. The clean tech field.
Yes, thank you for the introduction. So I will quickly share my screen so that, okay. So I hope you can now see my screen.
Not yet, but it's
not yet. Okay.
It seems coming. Yeah, I see. Try again.
I see it is paused. Okay, so now it should work, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so then, yeah, with a little delay, I'm happy to start now. So yeah, thanks again for the invitation. I'm very happy to present to you all Twice technologies. Generally speaking, our aim is to unleash the potential of batteries in a very diverse application in order to boost the shift to like electromobility and sustainability, and allow actually the implementation of batteries as a real alternative in energy provision. So yeah, you can see here just a quick overview on Twice as a company. So mainly, as I said, our goal is to be the leading expert in battery and machine learning, and to enable a scalable software platform allowing battery analytics along the life cycle. Yeah, we are already we have a quite interesting growth story. Started in 2018, and since then grew to over 100 employees now. We are venture capital funded, meaning that we always maintain like an independent status and are not relying on any partners in the terms of our technology and our services. So we recently opened global offices in Chicago and Paris. So we are extending our business on a global scale. And to the right, you can see some of our customers that already trust us in providing battery analytics. So mainly focusing on the mobility customers, where we cooperate with large German OEMs, and the energy customers, where we work together with integrators and operators of energy storages. So generally speaking, our mission is to really accompany our customers in across the whole battery life cycle, meaning that we both we provide solutions for pre-life battery analytics, in-life battery analytics, as well as second life analytics, meaning that our goal is really to portray the whole battery life cycle and provide optimizing solutions along that life cycle in order to allow boosting the efficiency of battery storage usage to the maximum. Obviously, there are different solutions necessary for that. So here you can see the selections of solutions along the life cycle, meaning that we boost the development with battery simulation models, but also the monitoring of fleets, the usage of batteries to really get insights into the battery behavior, to crucially or to essentially help to estimate the battery health and also help to optimize the battery health along the life cycle. And as you may know, the end of a battery doesn't stop after, for example, its use in a car. It's still valuable in a way that you can really reuse it in a second life solutions. And through assessing the health of a battery, we allow to enable such solution. So generally speaking, there are a lot of value pools that we unlock in that case. For example, the reduced need for testing batteries, which obviously helps to speed up the development and helps to bring batteries to the market faster, to optimize design, and as I said, quicker time to market. Obviously, when you have an overview of the battery health while it's in usage, you're likely to have lower warranty risks. You can monetize this battery data by essentially using it in the best way, and ultimately also unlocking a higher residual value in this case. Those are just a selection of the advantages that are brought by battery analytics along the life cycle. So considering the time, I just want to give you like a quick overview on a use case that we implemented. So we were confronted with the fact that an e-bus fleet provider from the Netherlands was standing in with the problem that their batteries were running out of guarantee after a 5-year period. And while doing so, they were confronted with the problem that they initially didn't know anything about the health of the battery, about how the battery is used, if there are differences in the health of different batteries. So that's why we applied our battery analytics platform as a cloud service to allow fleet monitoring and unlock different values, like to find out that the battery health of the different buses was really not out of this warranty range, and through that unlock very high values. And another use case for second life applications in order to really boost efficiency of this usage and essentially make the usage of battery really efficient and sustainable. So I hope I could give you a quick overview on what we are doing and how we are doing it. If there are some more questions, I will be happy to answer them now or at a later point if there's another question. So I already see something in the chat.
Yeah, thank you very much. So Simon, one question, please answer here on the spot. Battery performance evaluation is very demanding. What makes you superior to the competition?
Yeah, that's a question we hear a lot. Basically, there are many dimensions to answering that. First of all, as you say, it's quite a complex task. That's why we really aim to be the technology leader in this field. And based on our research, we are having by far the highest expertise in in battery analytics topics, meaning that we combine this idea of battery knowledge and machine learning knowledge in order to come up with like the most sophisticated platform in the field of battery analytics. That's just one part. Additionally, I think one can say that our goal is really to help along the whole battery life cycle, meaning that we are really aware of the needs and pains that that occur in this field of battery usage and essentially battery analytics, meaning that we can provide like the most holistic solutions with the highest technical expertise that allows to really boost the efficiency of battery usage.
Okay, thank you very much. Please send your answer to the rest of the questions. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. And the third company is Icarus, the fitness and the VR field. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. Just a moment.
Sure.
Can you see the screen? Just a moment. I'll switch. It's easier to take a look. Okay, so hi. My name is.
Wait. That is not full screen. So.
Is it full screen? Should I switch the screens? Just a moment.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
This is better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, my name is Yu Haruta, and I'm in charge of the Japanese market in Icarus. And today I'm going to be presenting, with this co-founder and introduce you our very exciting Exa Games fitness and rehab system that brings your workout to the next level. Okay. Have you ever experienced exercising to lose weight or to get fit, but in the end, no motivation, or you stopped after months, weeks, and even a few days? And actually, around 70% of fitness gym users cancel their membership in 6 months after joining. This is a big number, but what if you could immerse yourself in exercise and keep you motivated? We make it possible with this future fitness machine. We make you fly. And this takes you on the most fun fitness journey. Okay, so please take a look at how young man is exercising with a device. Please imagine that your son or your daughter is enjoying a workout like this. How fun the fitness would be. Yeah, so how we can make it possible with this unique device, enhance full body workout and combined with a wide range of games through these digitalized hardware. And we provide it as metaverse exercise. So to speak, the device becomes as a controller of a game and enable you fly over the world and even compete with in the global online. So yeah, you can be sweating with your friend and family, no matter where they live. that would be the most entertaining fitness experience. And actually, these professional athletes have been training with our system, and it proved that it helps them to boost their performance. Since our system strengthens the core, the coordination, and balance, which makes their performance better in the sports. But what if we could provide the same experience to the patient? Thinking of the most common disease, stroke. There is 100 million stroke patients worldwide. And also in Japan, it's very high. 1 out of 4.3 become stroke. It could cost all of us, but we currently developed AI-based real training system for neurotherapy, which stroke patient has to deal with. But our internal study showed significantly improvement, mobility and coordination, and reduce the spasms as well. So yeah, we are expecting this is going to be a huge solution for those who have brain damages, but not only stroke patient, but for example, Parkinson's. And the media also confirmed it has a high demand in the therapy. So yeah, we entered the market with these devices, and in B2B, they have been successfully integrated in premium fitness or health facilities. And yeah, of course, in D2C, as you can see, the figure has been increasing steadily. But this is not happening only in Germany or in the West, but in Japan. Since we've started selling in Japanese market, we've been featured by the several media like this. And a few weeks ago, also some of the Japanese TV has featured us. And yeah, our system has introduced over the country from sports club, beauty salon, hotels, and orthopedic and clinics. And clinics, they use it for preventing locomotive syndrome and lifestyle-related disease in elderly. So yeah, we found out our products is very promising in Japanese market and would like to enlarge it, even further, cooperating with Japanese company. So that brings us to the end, but it says gamification is becoming more trendy in the fitness industry, and AI and VR technology also is bringing rehabilitation into new era. But our devices differentiate with these other devices by providing the most immersive and the most motivating, health promoting training system, not in fitness, but in rehab place. So yeah, if you're interested in our product and our companies, and we are very happy to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, good visual. Yeah. I don't like exercise very much, but maybe I will change your mind. Okay, you got the question? Yeah.
Just a moment. I will switch.
The question for you is, this is a machine I would like to use. Yeah, I agree. I think it would be more interesting to combine it with haptics technology in the world to the metaverse. Do you have such a plan?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the haptics technology.
触覚、触る。
触る。触覚. We don't have such a problem yet, but yeah, but we are very open to any chances. So if you have any good suggestions, and we would like to work on it too. Yeah.
Okay, great answer. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, the last company is the dimension in the 3D printing field. Yeah. Yes. Great. The stage is yours. You are muted.
Now, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Makiko. Thank you, Christian, for invitation. Hello, everyone. So I'm Jingyi, Director Region APAC at Dimension in Munich. We are the global leader in additive manufacturing finishing systems that turn 3D printed raw parts into high-value products. Oh, it is not going. Just a moment. I have to. Just a moment. Now, in this digital age, everything that can be digitized will be digitized. This digital transformation will also happen in manufacturing. Additive manufacturing is the core technology behind this transformation. Compared to traditional manufacturing, AM or 3D printing represents a paradigm shift in design, sustainability, and distribution. But what are the challenges for 3D printing? One very big problem is that the parts coming out of a 3D printer have a much worse surface quality than parts out of any other technology. Without innovative automated post-processing solutions, there are no end-use parts possible. Looking at the complete AM process chain, design, print, finish, the process steps are always technology specific. To drive adoption and disruption in digital manufacturing, reduced complexity is needed. This is why we provide a technology-independent platform. Our innovative solutions are suitable for all common printing technologies and materials. While competitors currently only follow product-based approaches, Dimension is the only company that offers a complete end-to-end hardware platform. We deliver the whole solution for post-processing with our print-to-product workflow. For the digital manufacturing or smart factory, our systems have automated workflow, can be integrated into existing process steps, and are surely Industry 4.0 ready. But digital manufacturing and industrialization alone are not enough. To transform the way we manufacture products for the better, industrialization and sustainability must go hand in hand. Our contribution is our PowerFuse S, the green and industrial vapor polishing system for sealed surfaces. And we are proud that we are chosen for the Green Deal call with the PowerFuse S by the European Innovation Council for the Horizon 2020 program. We have over 600 happy customers and partners in 35 countries. Many of our customers and partners are Fortune 500 companies. One of the use cases is eyewear. 3D printing is now changing how glasses are designed and manufactured. Many eyewear manufacturers are starting to adopt this layer-by-layer technology. Dimension technology helped Getty's Dimension collection to the production stage through high-quality finish and stable processes. The difference between a prototype at the left-hand side and a frame that is sold for €300 at the right-hand side is our technology. We generate value increase. Another use case is Daimler EvoBus seat cover. Generally, spare parts are manufactured, stored, and either delivered at some point during the warranty period or scrapped. EvoBus, the bus division of the Daimler Group, is moving away from this expensive approach. Additive manufacturing is slowly but surely taking over, and spare parts are now being manufactured on demand and locally wherever possible. This is only possible by using the right 3D printing technology and finishing processes that meet timeless technical specifications and surface quality. For companies in the medical field that want to meet the individual requirements, create new products and produce them in an economical way, 3D printing is a real solution when combined with the right finishing and coloring technology. Use cases are patient individual pieces like orthosis and prosthesis with customized and skin-compatible colors. Behind all these innovative solutions is a young international team, dynamic and passionate. We are researchers, engineers, and sales professionals with many years of 3D printing experience. We turn 3D printed raw parts into high-value products. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you very much. Yeah, audience, any question? I think you got one question. Yeah, what is your core technology? Is that technology protected by patent?
And the core technology is our process. Different as our competitors, we have end-to-end platform. Based on this hardware platform, we have proven processes, and we have more than 30 patents.
Okay. Another question. Do you have a competition? If you have, what makes you superior?
Yes, we do have competitors, 3D printing, and now I think it has already more than 30 years history, and we do have competitors. Our superiority is that we provide end-to-end solution, while our competitors follow a product-based solution.
Great, wonderful. Thank you very much. Yeah, great presentation. Yeah, time flies. Yeah, well, the program is finished. We hope you enjoy it. Yeah, a series of the KGAP Plus Local Challenge is in the middle of, in the middle. So we finished the India Challenge, Canada Challenge, and the Bavaria Challenge today. But next week we will host Europe Challenge and the India Challenge with CII. And the Israel Challenge. Please don't miss it. Yeah, thank you very much, all the people from Bavaria startups and the Katinka-san and the Christian. Thank you very much. Yeah, yes, goodbye. Yeah, and see you next week. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. ありがとうございました。